relatable. I feel guilty anytime I walk into a coffee shop. I've been trying to support local businesses, but it's hard in LA because every business in LA, including the like national conglomerates, try to look like a local business. Like you walk into a Target and they're like proclaiming artisanal crafts. So it's very hard to find, especially the coffee shops, because, you know, that's the hipster look, right? It's supposed to look like, oh, we locally source everything, and, you know, so I want to support small businesses, but also when I walk in there, like, the baristas all look, well, there's two reactions. Sometimes when we walk into a coffee shop, the baristas look pissed off to see us, and I feel bad and want to say I'm sorry and like give them a thing of hand sanitizer and a roll of toilet paper as an apology. Like, okay, I'm sorry, you're right, you're putting yourself at risk. I'm gonna go home now. My B. Sometimes though, you can tell these people are just like glad to get to go out. Because some people are very social, and for a lot of people, work was the only thing. That's something I feel really bad about. I'm very antisocial. I I am like, I didn't like having to go into the office. But I recognize that that's like much more rare than people who are like really sad about not getting to go in. Um, and like, cause that's like a lot of people's like main socialization. So sometimes we walk into a place and it's funny because the barista is like, wait, the usual way that a barista will greet you in Los Angeles is to not really look at you and eventually to go, what would you like? And then you try to order and you, of course, say the name wrong. You're like, I want a lavender latte. Do you mean the lavender charcoal latte frap? And, you know, I never mean that because I don't want charcoal. So then it's a whole thing of trying to, no, I literally just want a latte. So it's like a whole awkward conversation where I don't know how to speak hip hipster Los Angeles. But now, when you walk in, people are very excited to see you, and they're like, "Hey, welcome to the store. How you doing? How's that virus going for you? Let's chat." Which is like, no, now I really don't want to chat. Now I don't. I have no urge to like have this pleasant conversation with you. Um, we went to one place though. I brought my mask so I can show one of my other favorite things about, you know, everyone's complaining about having to wear the masks, but people aren't even wearing them right. So I'm gonna put mine on. This was made for me by a family friend, very kindly. Let me see if I can get it on without. I always look like an idiot when I'm trying to get it on, but then yeah. So, all right. So this is, I think we can agree. This is the way to wear the mask. You are trying to cover your orifices so you don't spit disease onto other people, right? Or sneeze disease onto other people. That is the point of the mask. But this is what I see a lot. I like this one. Well, I gotta be able to breathe. And the mask is clearly restricting my breathing, so I better let my nose free. Alright, so now we're sneezing on everybody. But the better one I see, especially in LA, because people gotta show their facial hair or their makeup or whatever it is when they're out on their walks. Like, people got this going on. Like, it's a little face framing accessory. You know, it's a cute addition to your outfit. It's not a life-saving device. You know, I kind of like this look. It frames my face a little bit. If I got a little, like, headband. Yeah, that'd be the shout. But see, this is the way people are actually walking around Los Angeles with this. And if you go on social media, it seems like everybody is stored up in their bunkers. But when I walk outside, there are just as many people as I'm used to seeing. And so there's a little bit of a disconnect here. And people are not correctly wearing their mask. Cover your face so you don't spread disease. It's that simple. Just pretend you're in a zombie movie. That's what I've been doing. You know, like we watch apocalypse movies for fun. You know, get into the spirit. I bought a Resident Evil mask that is ironically probably not going to get to me until after quarantine is done because shipping takes forever. But yeah, got a Resident Evil Umbrella Corp mask that I am both excited to wear and wondering if maybe that's a little too flippant. So we'll see how the situation feels when I actually get it, if I actually feel like it is appropriate to wear. But yeah, that's definitely how I'm dealing with, I keep comparing it to, what we expected of the apocalypse and what has actually happened. I think we all, the movies told us that the apocalypse was going to be, about people in really cool outfits, and it's going to be about tough fighter people going out, and you're making your strong way across desert landscapes. And it turns out that the most valuable skill you could have had before quarantine was hairstyling and nail care, because I am definitely getting some quarantine hair don't care going on. This used to be a pixie, and now I'm trying to figure out what era this is. Right now it's kind of looking like Eric from that '70s show, a little bit, but it's definitely not now. My hair is not in any look that is commonly used in the modern day. Yeah, I think the only thing that is really really uh, been bothering me about quarantine, I think, primarily worried about my friends, worried about my family, trying to make them stay inside, explaining to them how important it is, of course. The other thing that has really stood out to me is that bees need to calm down. I get that they're excited. I get things are growing back, and they're kind of got the run of the roost right now. But I have had like 3 bees land on me in the last week, and I am not about it. I don't think I look like a flower. I'm a little insulted. I don't know. They just land on me and camp out there, and I freak out, and they're fine. And that's the worst part. The bees aren't. I'm like spazzing. I am like a wacky waving inflatable tube man at a car commercial with this bee on me, and the bee is totally chill with it. It just stays on me until my boyfriend finally like plucks it off. And so I just need the bees to calm down. I love once again I say I love because I hate it, the conspiracy theories. But those have also been really fun. Like, the coronavirus is just the government waiting to change the birds. They gotta change the batteries in the birds because the birds are just robots watching all of us. Um, and I think what that makes me think is it being a conspiracy, not having that kind of worldview would be so reassuring, because you would think that the world was run by a, a group of extremely competent, strategic individuals who are all on the same page and aligned and are moving the world towards a goal. And the idea of the world being organized that well, I think, would be refreshing and positive. Meanwhile, live in a world where my political leaders and the people in charge of our businesses can't even operate a simple Zoom call. So I think it would be a lot more reassuring to just think the lizard people have it all figured out, and that coronavirus isn't a virus, it's just changing out the birds.